Welcome to the channel. I'm the Black Hobbyist. Today we're going to be diving into and doing a little bit of an unboxing here. This is from Black Heart Enterprises. This is a resin bust sculpted by Jeff Yeager. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. It's just a micro mania line that they do at Black Heart. Let's dive into it real fast. So I picked this kit up at Wonderfest down in Louisville, Kentucky, 2021. If you've never been to Wonderfest, I highly recommend it. It's something that everybody should go to, especially if you're into figurines, sci-fi, whatever. It's a good experience for anybody and everybody. You know, it gives people a good dive into a different aspect of movie culture and history for the most part. Beautiful show. Comes around once a year, usually at the beginning of June. But anyway, we're actually focusing here on Black Heart's bust we have here. So this is a Jesse Owens, Joe Louis, and Jackie Robinson bust, or tribute, however you want to look at it. Pretty cool. Definitely worth what you pay for it. The castings, pretty good, clean castings. Minor cleanup that needs to be done, but it's a resin. It's a garage. I would consider it a garage resin kit. Definitely something that if you're into figurines or just sports memorabilia, this is a must-have, in my opinion. Again, you know, this is just all opinion based. Pretty clean, really clean. Something that is anybody can work with, as long as you have knowledge about how to properly clean resin and paint. Airbrushing is going to be a huge key here. But what we're going to do is I'm going to dive into this later on. And we're going to actually do a whole build series on this. Probably won't be that long. Probably just be one video, honestly. But if not, just depends on how recording goes. Might turn into a whole series. Stay tuned. Alright, so we're back. And what we're about to do is I'm about to start diving into this. I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. I'll go back over and talk about the different steps that I do. But I want to dive into this and get everything prepped up. Maybe tonight we'll get some into a guide primer. But I'm going to take you step by step along the way of the process once I get to that point of going into a primer. Stay tuned. Okay, so I wanted to jump in real quick and just give people a little bit of a heads up. When working with resin, one thing you do want to make sure you're doing is working with a respiratory mask of some sort, because resin it's not good for you at all whatsoever. And another thing, I like to always keep the dust of my resin when I'm using it, because just in case I do have to glue things and, you know, like do a gluing step or make like a quote-unquote like a bondo, or fill in holes, like little mini pin holes, like right here, back in here, just these little pin holes. When I have to fill in those, best thing for resin, from what I've learned from a lot of older builders have told me, the best thing to use to fill pin holes of resin is resin, because you're going to have resin left over from doing all the sanding you're going to be doing. So just keep that to the side so you have it. And you can use things like Zap Gap. You can use Zap Gap. Extreme Power. This is just a little... I got this from my local hobby shop, Big Boy Hobbies. I highly support shopping local as much as possible as you can when it comes to this, any kind of figurine hobby. Love shopping local. Extreme Power, I got it from, what was that, Hobby Lobby. You know, RIP Hobby Lobby no longer does 40% off coupons, but hey, you know, you gotta pay to play, I guess. But yeah, let's get back into this time lapse and gotta do some more sanding and going to move on to doing some filler work with these pinholes. All right, so I'm back, and this is just a simple, I'm trying to get it to focus, a simple little primer that I use. I'm not even going to try to say his name because I know I'm going to butcher it. Stylin Res. Anyway, it's just a little, this is a sample bottle. I'm waiting on a bigger bottle to come in. I got this also from Wonderfest. This was a couple years ago, though. It's a decent little primer is what I use to get like a little decent little glide coat that I can airbrush real fast. It's really not that great of a weather outside here right now. So this right here to do for now. Hopefully tomorrow we have a little bit better weather and I can actually go outside and hit it with some real good sandable primer. But if not, hey, I know how to use this to make it work so I can sand it down and do what I need to do. All right, be back with another quick time lapse for you.